Beautiful day here. So, nice screened in lanai, terrific size, beautiful sunny day popping up. Nice stairs heading down to your dock area. And so what we have here, let's see if I can zoom this out a little bit. Yeah, it's better. 10 feet width on the dock. I feed the boat here from the solar panels. And so the shore power of the boat is all fed by an inverter. And the property line runs here down to beyond these mangroves, just the other side of those. I generally don't trim those back until the end of hurricane season. And you're going straight down this waterway to the mangroves and then hang a left heading into Port Charlotte. It's a 9-minute journey and you are in the Gulf of Mexico. 9 minutes. This boat lift on the southern end of the dock will support 12,000 pounds. This is in fact a 28-foot cabin cruiser with air conditioning, big engine, and it's got a weight of 8,000 pounds. It handles it with no problem. That boat's for sale too, by the way, in case any of you are interested. And then here is your full-size dock length. It's absolutely incredible. Again, with this 10-foot width, just wonderful access. New pilings have all been wrapped. And you can see here, what I'm about to walk past is a dinghy davit, so that if you want to bring your dinghy up here, you can hoist it right up here with that crane and leave it sitting on the dock. I prefer down here at the end, just because it's easier launching. But some of the things that are important to mention about this dock, right here, we know we've got 28 feet to the bow. So this is at least a 20-foot span here. And then here we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, another 50 feet at least of dock space open. The previous owner had a 40-foot catamaran that he kept here, and that's why you can see these pilings have these built-in heavy-duty, really nicely reinforced bumpers built right into them. I like to throw a couple more over the side when I'm coming in. And everything here you need. You've got water, you've got electricity, you've got more water, more electricity. The dock is just really, really laid out nicely and super functional. And right now we got the tide a little bit higher up, so you can see how easy it is to load the boat in off that water line. But here, let me include for you now some footage of low tide. Low tides, your beach is exposed. You've got natural mangrove on top of oyster beds. Hope you can see those right here. And if you're these are oysters, and if you're of the mind, of course you can eat those. Those are delicious. However, they do provide fantastic filtration for the waterway. And so I buy my oysters. They're here. You've got oyster beds running fully along this property, all the way down through the mangroves. These mangroves I do trim back at the end of hurricane season. Ian taught me a valuable lesson. Anything I can use, I'm going to use. But this is your beach. And the beach from this dock, which is already enormous, extends out another 80 feet to that mangrove, which is also yours. And there is a seawall on the other side of that belonging to the next property. I hate seawalls. They restrict your access, even launching a kayak. That's because then you have to get yourself back out. What is that? Heron? He's fishing. You got to back out. We're here. I simply walk the dinghy or the kayak right back up my beach. And then at high tide, it's covered. Very easy access. But just a wonderful, wonderful property. Huge open space. 1/3 of an acre on this much water is a boater's paradise. And in fact, any savvy land investor in the US knows we're not adding any coastline, folks. This property is a once in a lifetime, and you can see by my neighbor's sailboat, you have sailboat access here. A little pan around of the property from you coming up from the dock. That's the little growing area on the south side. Big mulberry tree here. One thing I wanted to show you on the south side here is the neighbor's fence. Just put this up after Ian. It is wonderful. I am 6'2". The camera right now is at eye level, and I'll extend my arm. You can see I'm not even close to the top of that. Got a good another foot to go. So the privacy this offers is absolutely wonderful. And those are your master bedroom. Windows with the hurricane protection on them. And that's the master bath. Really nice property. You have view now coming out of the garage on the north side of the property on your 1/3 of an acre. Heading towards the boat. Lunch, you have plenty of room for your hammock. This is extremely functional. All the shutters, which are on all the windows now, store in there to make sure that your garage is kept nice and clear for your vehicle. Beautiful trees here. And as we head down to the waterway, approaching the boat. One other thing, this property also features a well, and it's amazing. What has been done is throughout the house, of course your sprinklers all run on the well, but throughout the house there are hose outlets on most of the walls that are marked with just a gray spigot. That means it's fed by the well. Red spigots are fed by city and cost you money. A nice touch. Here's your dock. And as we come here, nice fire pit, really comfy little sitting area. But what I wanted to show you was the boat launch. Our old dinghy took quite a hit during Hurricane Ian, but it still holds air. So you can see how easy it is to launch here because we don't have to deal with the seawall. The neighbor, the property line here comes all the way out to this point, and you can clearly see the seawall there. That is the end of the property. So all this is yours, all the way down to pretty much that mast point. And what we have here is no seawall, which means coming out of your kayak, you simply come through the beach, get up on the pavers, and you're done. Same thing with launching this dinghy or whatever boat you might have. There's a little roller down here I've put it underneath, and you can slide it right in and out of the waterway. Very, very easy, super comfortable. And you're just lazing around on your own beach without dealing with a seawall or dealing with the repairs of a seawall. This is a natural barrier. And because of the different levels of the property, you don't have massive erosion issues like you would if this land was going straight off the house. He stepped it and stepped it and stepped it. And each one of these terraces really slows down the erosion, where the property is absolutely wonderful. But there's nothing like coming back in from a good day of fishing out here in the mangroves. Bring your snook or your redfish or your trout, put them on the fire pit, and have a nice meal here. Nice little umbrella inside for this too. Fantastic area, fantastic property. As you can see, very open, very nice, super quiet neighborhood. And right here we've got a natural border coming in of the sea grapes and the areca, which also produces edible fruit. And for your fire, we have quite a few logs and a few more here ready to go on that pit. And those logs burn for hours out here. Just fantastic, very relaxing to be on the water, having a nice fire going. And if you have the plus of one of your fish on it, absolutely amazing. Take a second and show you the south side of the property. Again, against the neighbor's wonderful fence, 8 feet. But here, not a big fan of grass cutting. So this is all natural Florida growth. That white flower, I'm not sure, but just beautiful. So in here, I've established a little growing area. These are lemon. These are all tomato. This is more lemon. We got beets, more tomato. And I think one of those guys is strawberry. Maybe these guys here. So just a little growing area. Again, mulberry tree here. And access to your boat. Out here we've got the solar panel providing power to the boat. I'll show you all that in a later video in detail, but just wanted to show you the south side. And you've got so much room, plenty of room for a little growing area. You can take this out or continue trying to get stuff to grow.